Hello YouTube, how are we doing today? I'm on that content creator grind right now. We're going to be doing a little tour of all the aquariums and the terrariums as well. Just an update in general on everything that's been going on in the animal room. So first tank is the stream tank, cold water stream tank. As you might be able to see, there's finally some diatom algae growing in the back on the rocks. And there was some on the sand, but I just did a vacuum today and gravel vacuumed it today. And when I did a cleaning and tried to get all the everything taken care of. But yeah, the white clouds are doing amazing. All four of them are doing great. We got some little face huggers, little stingrays, freshwater stingrays. These guys are your hillstream loaches. I don't know exactly what species these are, but these are a hillstream loach. There's our mosquito fish. She's doing great. There is, whoa, that went way out of focus. Back there is another hillstream loach. That's horrible image quality. I'm sorry for that, but that's just life, I guess, because I record on my phone because I'm too broke to afford a camera. The Cambodian log sucker is right there. I believe we named him Frank. I don't know. I don't remember though. I'll look it up. I'll ask some of my friends what we had decided to name him. In there is now a second Siphonodon goby, a male. That will be a whole new video on its own that I am going to be making. There's some zucchini in there for food. So yeah, there's that tank. Looking pretty good. There's one of the Siphonodon gobies. There's the female. Zoom in. It's not doing it justice. But yeah, there's the female. So the male should be somewhere. Oh, the male's right there. Yeah, right there. So let's try and get a better. There he is. This is really difficult to film. But yeah, he's doing well. So that's what I had to film in. And my hand takes up that much space. So it difficult to film. And botanicals, sticks, all that stuff. Little darkling beetle mealworm project in here. So yeah, and then I will show you guys the 20-gallon as well, which I just did a water change on, so it's looking a bit better right now. Alright, the 20-gallon with the black mollies, these guys I adopted. They're eventually going to go into a larger tank or get rehomed. They'll probably go into a pond, actually, and I'll get a male for them, and then they'll populate the pond. There's the black neon tetras, the glow light tetras. There are 8 black neon tetras. That guy has a funky spine. 2 glow light tetras. They school together. The glow lights, I mean, it sounds cruel to say it, but I'm kind of waiting for them to die off. They do well, but in this tank, and they've done well. However, they used to have a school. Now they just school with the black neons, and they do just fine that way. The reason I'm waiting for them to die off is because they can be a bit fin nippy. Which I did not expect from this type of a fish. But they can definitely be a bit fin nippy. So yeah. And then here we have grilled cheese. He is our honey gourami that we just got. Who I did not get to make a video on. But, you know, he's definitely a pretty fish. Our camera quality just seems to have gotten a lot better right there. Let's see. The plants definitely aren't doing the best. The botanicals, the big palm frond that was in here has rotted down into this. So it's decaying, which is very good for the tank. It's good for the tank, don't get me wrong. And I don't have anything against it. But I definitely want to get more botanicals for this tank. There is our Indian glassfish, who, honestly, I'm thinking I'll probably set up a brackish aquarium dedicated to Indian glassfish and bumblebee gobies. Just because I love gobies. I love glassfish. They're great. Yeah. Sorry if I seemingly focus on nothing, like the filter. Um, I am talking and recording at the same time. ADHD brain doesn't like it. But yeah, and then somewhere in here, there are a school of coolie loaches. So this tank is definitely at its capacity. It's a little bit over, but I keep on top of it, and I am very experienced in freshwater aquariums, so I definitely have the ability to take care of this tank. But yeah, so I can't find the coolie loaches. There is a rare coolie loach in here, a silver coolie loach, who I got for like $3 because it was being sold as a black coolie loach. But yeah, so there's this tank. And now I will show you the 5-gallon that I have. Well, both of them, actually. Here is my bedside 5-gallon aquarium with African dwarf frogs. There are 3 of them in here. They're growing out in here. Trust me, they're not going to be in here long term. This is a 5.5 gallon. Lot of hornwort in there. Some of it's dying off, so I need to remove that. Feed it to the stud colony that I have. But yeah, the African dwarf frogs, they're doing great. I have not made a video on them, I don't think, but I originally had gotten 3, and they got a fungal infection immediately. And one of them, let's see, it was that one. You can see he's missing some toes, and he lost it from fighting the fungal infection, but we were able to get rid of it. But yeah, so African dwarf frogs, I absolutely love these guys. Hopefully we have males and females. If not, I'm definitely going to get a male, or a female, if whatever, opposite of what we have, because I definitely want tadpoles. And I will show you now what they are going to be going into. We have just finished setting up this tank, so this tank is probably going to get its own video of us introducing the frogs to it and all that. But yeah, so here we go. Let's go straight to the 10-gallon. Here is the 10-gallon. It's a blackwater setup. Gravel, because that's what you're supposed to keep African dwarf frogs on. Got some lava rock for biofiltration and stuff. Palm frond in there with some rose branches. All this stuff is aquarium safe. Let's show you the top view real quick. It's got a little filter running. I need to skim the surface a bit more. But, yeah, so that's that. There's a heater in there. It's not all the way filled. It will be all the way filled, and I'm going to scrub that off. This tank has just been cycling, so I haven't really paid too much attention to it and given it too much care. But it will get more. It will do better. But yeah, so that's this tank. And let's get into the 5-gallon that I have for my Taiwanese micro dragon goby. So here's the 5-gallon. Taiwanese micro dragon goby is, oops, my phone flipped, is in here somewhere. There is a pink wild type ram's horn snail. This guy's pretty cool. I got 2 of them, and one of them died while I was bringing it home. I got them for free though, so it wasn't exactly that big of a budget hit, at least. But yeah, here's the 5-gallon. It's just you know, it's just got crypts in the back, so it's a nice tank. I like it. It's a desktop aquarium. It definitely keeps me company when I am procrastinating on my homework and procrastinating on general life stuff. Let's see if we can lure the goby out. Open the lid and stick something metal in there. Just jiggle it around a bit. This usually lures him out. He has been trained to see the metal, know there's food, and come out. I did just feed him yesterday, though, and these guys are ambush predators. So I'm not sure if he will even think to come out again so short, on such a short notice. But, I don't see him in here. I've got videos on this guy, so if you guys want to see the video, that video, then it's on my channel. I got a care guide on them, but yeah. So there's these guys, and then right next to it, I have this little this little thing, just for scuds, just a nice little jararium. And this thing as well, which I had little, whatever they're called, carpet beetles in. But I was going to be breeding some of those, and because A, I like carpet beetles, and B, little feeders for some of the fish that I have, and for spider slings, which I will get into in a minute. More mealworm breeding stuff right here. Yeah, just mealworms. There's one right there. Yeah. So right next to it, we have this with baby ram's horn snails. This with some scuds and some hair algae. But that's not the focus of this video. The focus is giving you guys a rundown of all the cool stuff going on, not the scuds and snails. Which brings us to the snails. Well, that's not in focus at all. These little garden snails that I have. These are a California species from Southern California. So I don't know their exact name. Ignore how messy my desk is, please. It is a horrible mess. Yeah, there's been a lot going on. I haven't had time to keep up on it. But yeah, here's one of the snails. Something happened to his shell, so I'll give him some extra calcium, let him get that sorted out. But yeah, there's 3 in here, little 5-gallon enclosure. They're eventually going to be going on to a bit of a better setup for them. But yeah. Next to them, I have a preserved black widow. This is a western black widow. These guys are pretty darn cool. I like them a lot. But yeah. So next thing we have is this tank with my true bug in it. This guy is an asparagus bug. He's pretty cool. Yeah. There were some cactus leaf-footed bugs, but they have not survived. But yeah, and I definitely need to give this little plant a little bit more water, so I will be doing that. Ooh, I don't know what those are, but they're little... These are a species of predatory mite, I know that. They prey on like springtails and stuff. But yeah, I don't know what they're doing in there. Yeah, well, and then right next to that... Oh, I already showed you guys this, didn't I? I'm dumb sometimes. Alright, so let's move on to the next thing that we have. Say bye to the little true bug. We, of course, have our smallest aquarium. This one is always awesome. I'll add some algae to it in a bit just to give the scuds inside of here a little bit more food. And for those of you who have been here for a little bit longer, this is what happened to that terrarium that died off and I flooded. All the dead grass and stuff is gone. The scuds I introduced ate it. All the hornwort and stuff that I added to it was also consumed. So I'm going to add some more algae, which I had recently added some, but that's all that's left of it. It's just right there. So, you know, scuds are voracious creatures. Here's this little jararium that I have. This one's pretty cool. Doesn't do much though. Might get something for it soon. Just something small. By that I don't mean fish. I mean like an aquatic insect or something like that. So, yeah. Speaking of aquatic insect, I have this guy. This is a mayfly larvae. And he's gonna have a little setup soon that I'll probably make a video on. Here is a really humid cellar spider tank that I set up for a female cellar spider. She had been a breeder, and then she ate her mate and dropped her eggs. So yeah, she decided to be a little bit, you know, not nice. There's a little mushroom popping up. Cool. Here's the spider rack. I'm running dangerously low on battery, so I gotta wrap this up fast. In here somewhere is right there. There she is. Right there. That is a northern black widow. That is a brown widow. And that is a Western Black Widow. Here we have a bunch of slings that hatched. This, if I'm correct, is Stedoa triangulosa. Yeah, that's what these are. And then here are the Stedoa grossa slings that just hatched today. And this is their mother right there. You can't see her. Darn it. She's right there. And then there's some more of them. This will probably become a project in the future. Both of those. There's nothing in them right now. Metaltella simoni. Those guys have just hatched. There they are right there. There we go. Focus, please. So yeah, there's those. More of them. Here's one right here, a male. So this guy will become a breeder. There's this woodlouse spider who has been refusing to eat for a week now. And this Metaltella, who I believe might be a Clucacina. Or Cuculacania. That's it. Cuculacania. Yeah, that. But, it's not focusing, and that's making me mad. So we're going to move on. But, yeah, so there's that. This is the spider rack. It's going pretty well. And we'll move on to the next spider area. All these spiders, which these will be being sold to a local exotic pet store soon. So that's going to be cool. Springtail colony in here. Click beetle larvae in here that I got no idea how to properly care for. So I'm going to probably release it into a large terrarium where it will do better. Scaber colony. Let's see if we can find one. Hopefully. Just a sec. There we go. There's the scabers. They got those little mites crawling on them, which I've already talked to people about. They're not dangerous. They're just some type of mite. So, yeah, they're a predatory mite that preys on springtails. So they're not parasitic, at least. Here we have a vulgare. These are an Australian species that have been introduced all over the United States and pretty much the entire world. This is their setup. Let's put this back in there. It needs a little bit of water, so I'm going to go do that right after I finish filming. But yeah, and then I have a second one of those as well, which is right here. So yeah, and these are just in little Rocket Apple containers. Which, Rocket Apple, sponsor me. You guys are freaking delicious. But yeah, this one you can see more of them out and about. Without even taking the lid off. So, let's get into the outdoor stuff. Here's the 55. Filled it up. Letting nature take its toll. It's got green water, which is healthy, actually, believe it or not. There's another container. This will be a project in the future. But in here, let's examine what we can find. There is something right there. This is a mayfly larvae. There are a lot of them in here. There's also scuds. There is some red algae right there. That's a scud right there. A little type of shrimp, or crustacean rather. I don't know if it is a shrimp, but it's a crustacean, that's for sure. Some bladder snails. There's 3 of them. More scuds. So yeah, let's move on. The succulents, they're doing great. All those little black dots in there are Daphnia. This is green water. Once again, pretty good for stuff, for breeding projects. That's a little spider right there. Don't know what that is. Don't know the species, but I will get that spider identified. And if it's an invasive, we got a new sling to take care of. Yeah, this is our scuds tank. We'll Water's getting low, but they burrow. I'm gonna fill it up soon. And then this is just same idea as the 55, except on a much smaller scale, and it's been primarily just scuds at this point. Look at that layer of mulm that's built up though. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing a water change on this, getting the water clear, and then we'll be able to actually see what's going on in here. So yeah, there's this one. More succulents, some hydrangea that was neglected, not by me, but by someone else, and a rose bush. Radishes, wild rocket arugula. This stuff is delicious. These radishes are growing quite well. I only planted them like a week and a half ago, so for that growth already, they're doing really well. The 40-gallon paludarium is doing well. So yeah, the water level has dropped a bit. I'm trying to decide whether I want to keep it as, yeah, this little calcium line right there is where it used to be. So I'm gonna fill it up soon, but I'm trying to figure out whether I want to keep it as a paludarium over the summer, or whether I want to have it be like a vernal pool system, where the critters in there live through the vernal pool system, and I will introduce vernal pool species like fairy shrimp and triops that will live in here, and they'll have the vernal pool system in play. So yeah, there's that. We got some horsehound. This stuff is good. This stuff is a natural tick repellent. Nastrum, I believe, is how one of the viewers corrected me to tell me to say it. I'm not very good at pronouncing things, so please don't destroy me in the comments. Correct me, but don't destroy me. Some mint, obviously I know how to pronounce that one. Little lilies, I don't know exactly what species, but they might be a calla lily, I believe. Some grass, more succulents, red leaf lettuce, cactus, prickly pear cactus actually. More succulents, moss, more moss, yeah. So yeah, this is going quite well. There's a little right there, trip that I planted. So yeah, this will hopefully go pretty well. The garden box is going well too. I'm hoping to get it more planted out sporadically. Red leaf lettuce, potatoes, more wild arugula. This stuff is delicious again. Chamomile, wild chamomile. It's called pineapple weed. This stuff is really good. Focus, please. Thank you. And then just some green onions. So yeah, that's what's going on in the garden. Oh, and butterhead lettuce. How could I forget that? Always got some of that growing. And just little dandelion species as well. So I always like to have some of these around. They're good for the common cold. It's a cure. Well, not exactly a cure-all, but like they help expedite the healing process. So yeah, there's them. But yeah, that's basically all that's been going on. Thanks for sticking around, guys. Oh, I have one more thing. Greenhouse time. My dogs are running over to me. So this is where all the mint comes from. Some giant mint leaves. Real giant. But yeah, so mint in here. More succulents. Dandelions. I love dandelions. They're really healthy, really good for you. Taste amazing. They can be used like lettuce on a sandwich. This is in a little bog system I set up. So there's spider plants. There's all this red leaf lettuce that I'll probably end up transferring out. Either that or I'm going to move the spider plants to something else. But yeah, and then somehow there's a succulent that's thriving in a bog. So this is just what's happening, I guess. Ooh, yes, let's go. This is plantain. This stuff is a medicinal weed that was used by Native Americans, and you can chew this stuff up, mix it with some oil or something, and you can pack it in a wound, like a gauze, and it's really good. It helps heal it really fast. So that's really good that the stuff is growing. I'm really excited about that. We had some growing over here, and it died. So and then I just stopped watering it after it died. But I didn't kill it, I promise. But yeah, so that's good news. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys. Dandelion, always fun to see. Love these things. These are beautiful. But yeah, and they're delicious as well. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, guys. I'll show you guys the spiders real quick because those are awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll be making some more content soon in the future. I've kind of got that content creator fever right now, so I'm like pushing out a lot of videos. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Check the shorts. I had a lot of updates on there. Stupid fungus gnats are in here. They got in here and I can't get them out. And yeah, if you ever got a cheese balls container and can't get that off, screw it. Just plant around it. It doesn't matter. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. And peace.